everybody. I hope you guys had a wonderful holiday break. I took some much needed time off just to protect my energy, to kind of strategize for the new year. And I'm really, really excited about what we have coming in this next new year. Now, I know that everybody's like, Monique, what are you talking about? We're still kind of in the same place. Yes, we still are. But I really feel in my heart that regardless of what happens, everything is going to be okay. Just keep your energy good, protect your energy. Don't let negativity get to you because it is everywhere and you will be fine. All right, so before we get into today's video, I want to remind you guys to please go to my website at letstalkdarling.com. If you look at the very top of the website, you'll be able to see all the social media platforms that I'm on. I'm on Rumble, I'm on Parler, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, and you can connect with me on any one of those platforms. I would prefer that you connect with me on all of them. And then if you scroll down to the bottom of my page, you can sign up also to receive updates, promo codes for discount on merch, and just stuff that I can't really post on my YouTubes, Instagrams, things like that, because you know that they're constantly trying to get your girl shadow banned, kicked off, they're deleting my videos. So if you go on there and something happens, I'll at least have a way to stay in contact with my fam. All right, so let's get into what today's video is about. You guys know that I've been kind of doing like a little series on the stimulus checks. I've been trying to kind of keep you guys updated, make it really simple for you because it's been super, super complicated. There's like things changing every single day. And I'm sure the average person has a hard time keeping up because I am the average person and I have a hard time keeping up. But I'm doing my best to keep up for you guys so that I can come on here and explain to you what is going on. So let's talk about it. Now, before the New Year's, President Trump signed off on the $600 stimulus package, even though he was reluctant because he really wanted to get a $2,000 stimulus package passed. But unfortunately, it was not going to happen as quick as he would like. And rather than wait and let people continue to suffer, he decided, I'm just going to sign off on the $600 stimulus. Meanwhile, they had a discussion going on in the background about the $2,000 stimulus. Now, I want to reiterate because people are very, very confused about the amounts. The $600 stimulus is the first part of the $2,000 stimulus, if that makes sense. So if and when they approve this $2,000 stimulus, you will receive the difference between the $1,200 and the $600 per person, okay? So it doesn't mean that you're going to get the $600 plus another $2,000. You're going to get the difference, okay? Depending on how many people are in your household. Now, some of you guys have probably already received the $600 stimulus check. I myself have not yet, but I know that, you know, they're processing through. If you got a direct deposit last time, you will get a direct deposit this time. If you are somebody that got a paper check, they're sending those out as well. So you're just gonna have to wait a little bit longer. But let's talk about what the status is about this $2,000 stimulus check, because I think it's been voted on now a total of 3, maybe 4 times since the $600 bill passed, and it is still has not passed. It still has not passed, and I'll tell you why. So the main reason why is because Mitch McConnell, who is the leader of the GOP, is against the stimulus. He's against giving $2,000 out to everybody. Now, he's not against giving out money to people who are really struggling, but his argument is that there are some people that have not experienced a drop in income due to the pandemic, and therefore they probably don't need to keep receiving stimulus checks, okay? So he's more in favor of a more targeted approach where they determine people who are truly affected by this and do truly need it. I agree with that, okay? Because me personally, I really feel like I would rather not get any stimulus, none whatsoever, and them just open up the country once and for all so we can get back to normal life. I feel like that is the true solution. However, we all know how government works, and we all know how they like to play the system, and they, along with the $600 stimulus and this one, they're trying to incorporate other things into it that are not related to COVID, and that is where the problem lies. Now, just know this, just because Mitch McConnell is a Republican, and this goes for anybody, okay? Just because he's a Republican does not mean that all Republicans agree with what he is doing. We all know President Trump was very much pro the $2,000 checks and wanted that bill passed immediately. I personally don't understand what that is about, to tell you the honest truth, because the $600 bill that they did pass had a lot of pork in it. And I understand that President Trump is trying to do right by the American people and get money out to them, but I am really perplexed as to why he allowed a bill with all of that unnecessary money going to special interest groups and foreign aid and just stuff that just was ridiculous, okay, to get approved, But then he is, really pro this $2,000 check as a standalone bill. However, it's not really, it is standalone, but Mitch... This is where I don't agree with Republicans, and I'll tell you why. Mitch is trying to incorporate the approval of the $2,000 stimulus check with an amendment to Section 230, okay, which has to do with social media platforms and their ability to get sued and prosecuted because they're basically acting as a publisher. And then also he wants a special investigation done on voter fraud. Now, while I am pro those two things, I'm not pro him using them to hold up this stimulus money. Now, me personally, I don't need the stimulus money. I would rather not. But there are people that need it, and it is really disgusting to me that both the Democrats and the Republicans are continuing to use the American people to push their agendas. Now, over the weekend, people were not happy with Mitch McConnell, and not only were they not happy with Mitch McConnell, they were also very upset with Nancy Pelosi. However, they weren't that upset because both of them were re-voted into Senate for another term, okay? So, that's another topic that I'll try to get to in this video, kind of touch on very shortly, but they were really upset, and a group of people took to Mitch's home in Kentucky and Nancy's home in San Francisco, and they vandalized both of their homes. On Mitch's door, somebody spray painted, "Where's my money?" and "Mitch kills the poor." And then on Nancy's garage, they, I forget what they put on her garage, but they put something like spray painted all over her garage. I'll post images here so you guys can see them. But they were really, really upset. Now, I don't condone this type of behavior because what needs to be done is you guys need to take a mental note of how these people who are supposed to be representing you and me, the American people, okay, are behaving when it comes time to vote for these things, when it comes time to pass legislation. We need to remember how they are doing their job. And when it comes time to do voting, we don't vote for these people anymore, okay? Now, I really believe that we need to put term limits in place, but that's not happening anytime soon. So we really need to think about terming a lot of these people out next time around, okay? Because now it's too late. Now they're in there. Nancy continues to be the Speaker of the House. Mitch continues to hold his position, and so on and so on. There hasn't really been that many changes, okay? So that is where a lot of the problem is that you guys have to realize the president is not the end all be all of making the decisions for every single state. That responsibility lies with the government leaders that you choose when you go to the voting booth, okay? So please, please, please remember that next time around. Even if things get good, okay, get good. Even if things get better or we get what we want, we have to remember the anguish that these people have been putting us through, okay? Both on the Republican and Democratic side. I want to stress that because this is not a one-sided issue. This is an issue that lies on both sides. We have on the Democratic side, we have a bunch of bullies, we have a bunch of thieves, we have a bunch of liars, and we have the same thing on the Republican side. But I really feel like on the Republican side, we have a bunch of spineless people as well who aren't willing to play the game the way the Republicans play it. And I think that we need to get a little bit better at that. So as of right now, we have a total of 7 Republican senators that are that are not in support of this $2,000 stimulus package, okay? We need a total of 12 to get it passed. We need a total of 12 Republican senators to get it passed. So as of this moment, the bill for the $2,000 stimulus check is dead, but because we just did a vote on Sunday to, vote in new House members and Senate members, what's going to happen now is they need to re-vote on the bill in the House, okay? It needs to pass the House, the new House, and then it will go back up to the Senate for a revote in the Senate, okay? Now, Lindsey Graham thinks that now that we have, established a new House and Senate or have new House and Senate members, that we will be able to get the number of votes that we need to pass the $2,000 stimulus check because Lindsey Graham is in favor of passing the stimulus bill. What's very interesting, like I said before, is that Trump does support the $2,000 stimulus package. Again, I don't understand that. Okay, I don't understand that. I don't know if that's just like, kissing the ass of the American people or just trying to do what's right by them or trying to help the Georgia runoff election because the candidates in the Georgia runoff are also in support of what President Trump wants. But Mitch McConnell made a very interesting statement when he got on the floor to talk about why he was voting against this bill, and he called it socialism for the rich, okay? Now, people are acting like this is a brand new term, but it's not. Bernie Sanders actually used this term many, many times before. I think this is actually his term. This isn't Mitch's term. But I'm really confused as to what that means, socialism for the rich. He mentioned we're basically giving checks to people who don't need them and they're not going to spend it, they're going to save it. And the whole reason for a stimulus package is to stimulate the economy. Now, I have a personal idea for that. Okay, if you want to stimulate the economy, then just send out gift cards to, people that are 20 and under, or even, 25 and under. Those people don't save money, they spend money. They'll stimulate the economy for you. However, we all know the truth that this is not just about stimulating the economy. This is about a whole bunch of other stuff. This is about a whole bunch of other games that they have been playing with the American people. And I think that the demonstration that was done at Nancy Pelosi's house and Mitch McConnell's house is evidence that people are really starting to get upset because when they interviewed those people, it was people from both sides. And they were like, hey, we may not agree on a lot of things, but we definitely agree on the fact that these two people need to stop jerking us around. Okay. So I think, while I don't agree with the vandalism, I think that that is a good sign that people need to keep evolving, is they need to start voicing their displeasement with their governmental leaders over the decisions that they're making for us. Okay. Another interesting thing, okay? When Mitch made that comment about socialism for the rich, okay, it was pointed out that Mitch's wife, Elaine Chao, who is the Secretary of Transportation and is the CEO of the company Foremost Maritime, received almost a $1 million PPP loan, okay, in the CARES Act when we did the first round of stimulus, okay? But to be fair and to make sure that everybody knows the facts, I want you to all know this is not just Mitch McConnell that, benefited from these PPP loans. Over $659 billion was given to other members of Congress that benefited their personal, businesses or family members in the form of PPP loans as well. And Nancy Pelosi was one of those people. So before you guys, go off on Mitch, and I'm not saying that he's a saint in all this, okay? Just know that con that they're trying to pull, or the point that they're trying to make, that Mitch is saying this is socialism for the rich, but yet he didn't mind, or his wife didn't mind, receiving a PPP loan of almost $1 million. It goes both ways, okay? They're all pulling this junk on us, okay? It's not just Mitch, okay? So now we keep waiting. I don't know if they're going to start the voting process with the new House today or tomorrow, or what's going to happen. But as we all know, the Georgia runoff vote is coming. That's going to play a big part in it. So, we will see what happens. Now, a lot of people are like, well, I'm not that concerned about it because, Biden's going to be president. And when he gets into office, he's already promised a huge stimulus, even bigger than before. But just know this, people, a lot of stuff is going to ride on whether he will be able to provide that. One being is, will he be a lame duck president, similar to like Obama was, where he's not going to be able to pass anything because the Republicans will hold the majority? That is yet to be seen after the Georgia runoff. But, what's going to be the status with how the vaccinations are working, the status of COVID, the status of the economy. I mean, a whole lot of stuff rides on whether Biden will be able to truly accomplish a third stimulus. So with that being said, that is all I have for you guys today as far as the information. I will try to update you as we go and keep you as informed as possible. But let me know what you guys think in the comments box below. Have you received your stimulus check, the $600 stimulus check? Has it helped you any? Has it not helped you at all? Let me know what you guys think. Definitely hit the like button on this video if this was useful information to you. Do not forget to share this video if you know that there's somebody out there that could benefit from hearing this. And definitely do not forget to subscribe to my channel because I so appreciate you guys when you do that. Thank you guys so much and have a good one. Bye-bye.